Why did
I,
you guys decide to speak on camera now?
we're finally able to.
Yeah. I mean, what people don't realize is, for 3.5 years, I'm fighting this case, and I can't risk saying anything publicly that could potentially be used in a detrimental way in my case.
Even after pleading guilty, Jeremy Pauley and his fiancée want to clear his name
We believe in the conservation of antique medical specimens.
and that of the oddities community.
I think people once upon a time we had a very great relationship with death. We don't keep mementos of people with us after they pass. We don't wear hair like we used to from the deceased ones that have passed. But it doesn't mean that practice isn't still ongoing in the world.
The shadows of the macabre came to full light in June of 2023. That's when police raided Pauley's home in Enola, finding buckets of human remains, organs, and bones prosecutors say were stolen from those who gave their bodies to science.
No, I wasn't even living there. How could I put them there? They just showed up at my new door, and they're like, we got to talk. And that's how I learned about it. She had reached out to me. She's like, I work for this facility, this institution, da 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 da. When the cadavers are no longer being used, when they've been used as much as possibly can be used, they're incinerated and they're disposed of.
He also bought remains from a third party who prosecutors say had taken parts from Harvard Medical School.
My head was spinning. I'm like, what would be stolen?
His goal, he says, was to continue using the body parts for scientific purposes.
No one was talking about the amount of my time and money I've put in passion to work on a new preservation method that I wanted to donate to local facilities and colleges. That, hey, at the local community college, there's a biology department. I can take all your old wet specimens now and I can do something with them that you can put them back into the curriculum safely.
Instead, the focus has been on a guilty plea and a 6-year prison sentence Pauley is facing for interstate transport of stolen body parts and conspiracy. While he understands the crime happened,
The federal government has claimed that you were the middleman of all of this. What is your reaction when you hear that?
It's laughable. This isn't my opinion. These are facts. If I was a major middleman, and that is why I should get sentenced to 72 months, what would you call Denise Lodge, the mortgage manager's wife, who was packing bodies, taking payments, contacting customers? If I'm a middleman that deserves 72 months, why did she get 12 months and a day?
Pauley has appealed that sentence, pointing to others who have gotten lesser amounts of prison time. When asking for a sentence, prosecutors pointed to his shop in Honesdale, PA, that he says his fiancée will continue to run, questioning where he still gets his body parts.
Specimens can be found a million ways. There's osteology warehouses, which Sophie actually runs, one of the largest in the world, for a doctor. And what he does is he goes out to these warehouses from old companies like Kilgore International, Clay Adams, all these old skeletons, and he buys them up.
But they do more than just run the store. They also work to help grieving families.
A woman had a teenage son who loved music, and this was just a few months ago. He had passed away, and she had reached out to us and said, can you make guitar picks out of my son? And stuff like that we do free of charge.
Others involved with this case say their wounds were reopened, forced to grieve again. Impact statement saying his actions caused them PTSD, nightmares they still haven't awoken from.
I'll forever feel terrible that despite any benevolent act I had in mind while I was working with these remains and not knowing where they were coming from, it doesn't change the fact that I was involved, and I'll always have guilt for that.
Joel D. Smith, CBS 21 News.